everyone, welcome back to Andrina's Creations. Today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make some utensil pouches. I do want to apologize, I haven't been on making as much tutorials lately. I've been extremely busy. I've been trying my best to get organized and bring more tutorials to you guys. I really appreciate all the support y'all guys been giving me. We have reached 8,000 subscribers. You guys don't understand how happy this makes me. But let's get started. Today's tutorial is going to be about utensil pouches. You can add a fork, a spoon, and a knife. I didn't have a knife in hand, but you can customize any theme of your party. And they are really simple to do. This is how they're going to look. I am going to use Microsoft Word. Again, if you don't have Microsoft Word, you can use any software as long as you use the same measurements, the same shapes. It doesn't matter. It's pretty simple. I always get a lot of questions saying, well, I don't have Microsoft Word. I have Photoshop, or I have Design Space, or I have Silhouette Studio. You can use any software. It doesn't matter. You're going to have the same results as long as you follow the steps, you follow the measurements, and you follow the shapes. That is all. So, enough rambling, let's get started with the tutorial. To do is open up your Microsoft Word, and usually on all my previous tutorials I always go to File, Save as Type, and I will always save my document in a different mode. So I will go as Save As, and then where it says Save as Type, I will click Word 97 2003 document and always name your file. I always like working on this mode. You don't have to, but me personally, I like working on this mode. So Word 97 2003 document and click on Save. Now I am going to show you how to make your own template for your pouch. The first thing you're going to do is go to Insert, go to Shapes, click on the rectangle. Make any size rectangle on your paper. It doesn't matter the size. Make sure your rectangle selected. Make sure you're on your format tab. Usually it's highlighted on orange. And then all the way to your right, it says height. So right here, you're going to click, you're going to type 4.33, enter. You have to manually type this. And then on your width, you're going to type 3, enter. And this is your first rectangle. This will be the front of your pouch. Once you have that there unselected, click anywhere on your screen, then go back to Insert, go back to Shapes, go back to Rectangle, make any size rectangle, it doesn't matter the size, make sure it's selected. You're on your Format tab, go to the height on your right and type 6.5, enter, and then your width will be 3 inches and enter. Again, this rectangle is 6.5 by 3 and the top one is 4.33 by 3. You're going to put this rectangle in the bottom of the first rectangle, and you can use your keyboard arrows to align them much better. Once both of your rectangles is on your paper, make sure you move them to the screen that they both fit on the piece of paper. Also, I understand a lot of people always tell me like their computer looks different than mine's. So I am going to show you. I am on size 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. My orientation, it's on portrait. My margins are on normal. Margins are no more top, left, bottom, and right. It's 1 inch, and then the spacing is after 10 points. That's how mine is always is. I never switch it. So, okay, let's go back to Insert. And on the top of this, the top rectangle, I am going to add a circle because I want the front of my pouch to have like a swoop, like a little oval cutout on the front. So I just go to Shapes, click on the circle. Oh wait, sorry. Let me go back. Before you do the circle, go to Shapes and click on the rectangle and make any size rectangle. Now for this one, you will go to the Format tab. On the height, it will be 4.33 and enter. And the width for this will be 0.5 and enter. These are some flaps that we're going to add on the top of your rectangle. So make sure you put one on the right and one on the left. Once your template looks like this, now we're going to go back to insert. We're going to go to circle and click on the circle. And then right here on the top of your rectangle, make a circle. This circle, when you select and you go to the format tab, you go to shape fill, click on white and go to shape outline, no outline. You're not going to be able to see it right now. You don't see the circle, but once you start filling in everything, you're going to see what I mean about the shape on the top. So once everything's like this, click on the first rectangle that we did and make sure you're on the format tab and you will go to shape fill and you will click any of these colors that you want. If you want any of these colors, you can select any of these colors. If you don't want any of these colors, you can also go to where it says more fill colors and customize a custom color you would like. And if you don't want any solid color, you can also go to picture and you will add a background that you already have saved into your computer. I already have a tutorial on how to save different images into your computer. You can go to Google or Etsy. You will just go to Google and you will look for bling background, diamond background, splatter background, any background that you would like. Once you see the background that you would like, you need to make sure you click on the image. And once you click on the image, you have to right click and save. You need to make sure you click on the image and right click and save. Then you will go back to Word Art and look for the image that you selected. Click on the image and click on insert. And your shape is going to get filled with the image you selected. Once you have that, again, click on the bottom rectangle. You can add another background or you can keep the same background that you would like. I am going to have the same background. So again, select the bottom rectangle. Make sure you are on your format tab. You will go to shape fill, picture, and again, select the background that you would like. Now you have your bottom rectangle filled in and your top one. Now you can fill in the tabs if you want to. You don't have to, so you don't waste ink, because at the end of the day, you're not going to see the tabs. But for you to print and you'll know where to cut, you can just fill it in with a light color. So make sure you select the tab, go to format, and let's say I'm going to put it like a light gray color, and click on the other tab and shape fill, and let's click another light color. So now you will be able to see where you need to cut. See, it's all coming together. Now, if you want to add individual images, you will need to go to insert. You will go to picture. And you will look for the image you would like to enter. You can go to Google and look up for PNG images. When it's PNG images, that means it's a transparent background. Now, if you have an image that has a white background, I do have 2 tutorials on my channel that you can always look up to see how to remove a background off an image. And I have one, I think, is for Microsoft Word, and another one for a website. It takes like 3 seconds. So always please check down the description box for all my previous tutorials, and you will save. And you can also purchase images from Etsy. So you will look for a picture that you would like to enter. Now, when you insert your image, it's going to be behind your template that we just did. So make sure your image is selected. Go to Format, go to Wrap Text in front of text. Now that is going to bring your image to the front. Now, size your image to the size you want. Once you're satisfied how your image looks, you can also add some fonts. So you will go to Insert, you will go to Word Art, and you will click on the first word art. You can always download free fonts from thefont.com. That's usually where I download all my free fonts. I also have a tutorial for that on how to download fonts to your computer for free. So you will select the kind of font you would like from your drop down list. Once you enter, your font is going to be behind your image, so make sure you're on your Format tab. You have to go to Wrap Text in front of text. Once your font is in front, you could go to Shape Fill and fill it in with any color you would like or a background that you would like. I'm just going to leave it maybe a white color, and you could change the shape outline as well to no outline or any color outline you would like. Okay, what I'm trying to do is the font, you can barely see it, so I'm trying to get another shape so I can put behind so you can be able to see what I'm writing. So I'm just gonna put another small rectangle right here. And now I'm going to put the font in front. Rectangle that I just added, I'm actually going to change the color. I'm going to go to Shape Fill, and I'm going to go to Pictures, and I have like a denim background that I have saved before. So you know, everyone that does the denim, diamonds and denim theme, so this will be perfect. I'm just going with the flow, is just for tutorial purposes, but this rectangle I am going to fill it in with a denim background. And you could go to Google and look up denim background, and you can just save it to your computer. Once you're satisfied with your image, for the top rectangle, you can design the bottom. If you don't want to put anything on the bottom rectangle, it doesn't matter. Remember, the top rectangle is the front, the bottom rectangle is the back. Now, if you are adding individual images or font to the back, remember, you need to place it upside down. So let's see what we can add. Maybe some lipstick or something in the back. So let's go to Google and let's look up like lipstick images. So we will put lipstick PNG. You will click enter. Um, let's see which one we would like. Lipstick Kisses PNG. Make sure you write PNG so it can have a transparent background. I'm sorry. So let's just click on the first one. How you can tell it's a PNG image if it has the gray and white rectangles in the back. One like this one. This one has gray and white squares in the back. That means it's a PNG image. Once it's like this, you will right click. You will save picture as. You need to make sure you right click it. Do not save it when you see all the images together. You need to make sure you click on the image by itself, and then from here you will save. Once your image is entered, your image will be behind the image we just created. So that means you need to go to format. You will go to wrap text in front of text. Now, remember what I said. You need to make sure this image is upside down because once you fold your pouch, everything's going to be, the right way. So there is a green circle on top of your image, which you can rotate it like this and just rotate it upside down. Have your pouch already designed however you would like, you need to make sure you group this entire template together because you can print two in one paper. So remember, you need to hit down your shift key and click on everything. So make sure your tabs, the top, don't forget there's a top circle on the top. So click on the top circle, both of your tabs, all your square, the images that you have in, the font, everything you have to select. Once you have everything selected, you will go to the Format tab. You will click on Group and Group. Once you have everything grouped together, you can move this entire image as one. I am going to move it all the way to the right because I am going to copy and paste so I can have two in my sheet of paper. And I did not group the back rectangle. So all you have to do is undo. Don't worry because I get a lot of people saying, oh my God, nothing grouped. So all you have to do is press undo, press down the shift key and click on the part that it didn't group. Once everything's grouped together, again, put it all the way on the side of the paper, all the way to your right or left, and just copy and paste. Then right here, there is a magnifying glass. You will click on the magnifying glass and that is your print preview. Once you click on that, you're going to see exactly how it's going to print on your piece of paper. So let's click on print preview and see how it's going to look. Once you are in print preview, you see that they both are perfectly fine inside the page. Nothing's going to be outside of the paper and all that. So right here, you also need to set up what kind of paper you are going to print. I am going to print these on glossy paper. I use Office Depot glossy paper or HP brand. It doesn't matter. Those are the kinds I use. If you use another brand, it doesn't matter as long as you like it. And make sure the paper is also compatible with your printer. If you have an inkjet printer, make sure it's for is inkjet paper. And if you have a laser printer, make sure it's laser glossy paper. From here on my printer properties, I am going to click that I am going to print on 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And I'm going to put my settings for semi-gloss. And I'm also going to change my settings on my printer for semi-gloss as well. And if you have, I know a lot of people always ask me what kind of printer I use. I do use an Epson Workforce 7710. So right here is document size 8.5 by 11 and I have paper type as premium photo paper semi-gloss and I will click on OK. And then from here I will just click print. So also, if you don't have a printer at home, save this as a PDF file and you can print at any at your local printing place. Or if you're sending this to a customer so they can print themselves, also please make sure you send them this as a PDF file. Once you save it as a PDF file, no one can edit your work, or if their software is not compatible with your software, the font is not going to change, the images are not going to change, nothing's going to change. So always make sure you save as a PDF file. You would just go to save as right here, and then you would just click on save as type PDF file, and that's it. The save as type, you will scroll down and click PDF and click OK and save it, and that's all. So now I'm going to get ready to print and then show you how we are going to assemble this. So see you over there, guys. Now your image is printed. All we need to do is cut, and the supplies that I'm going to use is a pair of scissors, double-sided tape. I love the 3M brand. It's a permanent double-sided tape, and I love it, especially for all my party favors. You can find this tape down below on my Amazon link. So double-sided tape. You can use glue as well. This is the art glitter glue that I use for all my paper crafts, but it is much faster to use double-sided tape, or you can use hot glue. And of course, you will need your napkin. You can use any napkin. I am just using this for tutorial purposes. So a napkin, your utensils. I'm using plastic utensils, or if you have an event that you need metal utensils, it doesn't matter. And I forgot to get the knife, but yeah, I get the point. So we're gonna get started. So we need to cut and assemble. All I did was grab a piece of napkin, and I will fold it. So I will fold this in, I will fold that like that, and I will fold this like this. So my napkin will look like this, and I will insert my napkin. Just like that. Okay guys, here it is. This is how they're going to look. Again, you can customize them for any event. Now if you are doing them for an event or party, whatever, please use gloves because you are touching the utensils and you are touching their napkins, so use some gloves. I prefer using latex free gloves because you know a lot of people are allergic to latex, so do use latex free gloves when you are handling other people's utensils. So this is how it's gonna look. You can use these for birthday parties, weddings, anything anything you would like. Again, I really appreciate all your support. We have reached 8,000 subscribers. I appreciate it so much, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe so you can be notified when I upload my next video. And please give me a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. For you guys that don't know, I do have a crafting group. The name of my crafting group is called Andrina's Kreations Crafting Lounge. Feel free to join. You do need to answer all the questions for me to approve you or my moderators to approve you. You can always post everything that you have learned from me. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to message me through the group, or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Andrina's Kreations. All right, guys. See you on my next tutorial. Bye-bye.